Hi there everyone, welcome to the Raven Oracle. My name is Monique if you haven't been here before, and I bid you a very warm welcome. We are going to get stuck into your reading for the week of the 4th of August. So if you caught this on your feed, you liked the heading and it resonated with you, and you find that my energy resonates with you, well then just hit that subscribe button, okay? I'd so appreciate it. Right, let's see what Spirit has for you. I have already shuffled the cards, but let's just give them another good shuffle. Right, today I'm going to be just drawing a very simple 3-card spread for you. We're going to start with your challenge, the energy that you're facing at the moment. If you're seeing yourself in a challenge, or if you are perhaps seeking answers to something, seeking guidance from Spirit for something. So let's have a look and see what that is for you. So I have the 10 of Cups. It's a beautiful card to start. Wow. All right, so this is always the promise of ultimate emotional fulfillment, the promise of everything that your heart desires, you know, attaining your dreams, your goals, and where you see yourself once you've attained those dreams and goals. And it could be that some of you right now are feeling very excited about life, very ambitious. You see the future. There's a lot of light. There's a lot of excitement to it, and that is absolutely fantastic. Hold on to that, because as you know, there is a lot of chaos and darkness on the planet at the moment. And our energy is just being tossed about. We're facing our challenges energetically. We're facing our challenges mentally, emotionally, with all the stuff that's going on. So it's very, very important that you hold on to you. You hold on to yourself. You hold on to those dreams, those plans, everything that just makes your soul sing with happiness and excitement. It's very important that you keep those positive vibes going, okay? That you don't allow what is going on in your environment, whether it's in your immediate environment or whether it's just globally, that you don't allow that to affect the way that you see your life, and you never allow it to perhaps make you doubt and fear about the path that you're on, whether it is the right path that you're on. So just be careful that as you are keeping this energy, as you're feeling this happiness and this joy, you want to hold on to it. You want to keep your mind and your heart aligned. You want to keep your vision very, very clear. So you've got to remove those things out of your life that may want to upset the balance, upset your spiritual side, upset your physical world, and try and keep like a firm grasp on what you're thinking, especially. Because remember, when whatever you're thinking is going to affect your feelings, and then that's how the cycle perpetuates. So just take care what you are feeding yourself, what you are allowing into your vision, what you are allowing into your space and into your world. What are you feeding yourself energetically? You know, because yeah, as I said, it is going to affect your emotions. So you've got to be careful that if there's anything negative in your life, including people, you know, including your job, including stuff, you know, life situations that make us cynical and hard and upset and draw us away from that clear vision that we want for ourselves, where we have everything our heart desires. You know, I'll just give you some examples. Attaining that ultimate job, having that salary that you really want, that is just going to give you the lifestyle that you want, and then finding the perfect partner and having that family and having that home, if a family is what you want. But what I'm saying is, that is what you need to stay focused on 24/7, okay? Constantly, consistently, and not allow the stuff of your environment, or especially all that negative energy and the things that are going on, to make it foggy, you know, to bring that like film of fogginess and unclarity, you know, in front of your eyes, so that you can't feel anymore, you can't think anymore, you can't go after things anymore with any kind of positivity. So just be careful that you keep this energy, this beautiful 10. Tens are reaching, it's the ultimate attainment. It is reaching the end of a cycle. and that is what you are pursuing. It could be as well, sorry, when I slow down and I pause, I'm just listening to Spirit's voice. It could be that some of you have already attained quite a lot in your life and you're really excited about things in life. You know, you're looking around, you're going, wow, I actually got things more than what I ever thought I could ever possibly imagine. I've achieved things that I've never possibly thought that I could. And look at where I am now. I'm feeling on top of the world. Hold on to that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with holding on to that. And if you find yourself in that situation as well, never for a second allow any doubt and fear to come creeping in, because it does, you know, especially with our programming, depending on the way you were raised, depending on the stuff that the world taught you while you were growing up. Just be careful that you don't allow any of those insidious things to start creeping in and to start messing with you, because it will try. Okay, we're not only dealing with, you know, we are very aware of our spirituality and the universe and our well-being. The universe wants us to be happy and to be fulfilled, exactly like this card. The universe wants us to have everything our heart desires, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there are other elements, there are other forces at work. And if you allow it, it's going to start affecting you. But your goal is to not allow that to happen. Let's have a look and see. The middle card is your challenge card. It is something that you couldn't be aware of right now, something that you need to consider, that you haven't thought of, perhaps just tweaking something. All right, bringing your attention to something that perhaps has been in hiding. Maybe that's the reason why I said, you know, watch that insidious energy that might creep in there. So let's have a look and see what this challenge card is. We have the Knight of Wands. Knights typically are action cards. You know, they're on the go. They're about to take off, go on their mission, you know, that they received. The Wands are all about your goals, ambitions, and dreams. That is why I've been speaking about it. Okay, so this Knight, you can see on his garment, I mean, his garment is just covered in salamanders, which represents fire. So the Wands are also fire energy. So you want to keep that fire lit. You want to keep that excitement, that goal-orientated brain of yours, like focused. And then keep the emotions of what you want to create for yourself alive. You know, you have to keep stoking the fire. You have to keep reminding yourself of why you are on this earth, what you want to achieve with your life, what gifts and talents you have to make that happen. But because this is in the challenge position, some of you could be facing this as a challenge, keeping that fire stoked, keeping it alive, keeping the vision clear. That is why I mentioned be careful of this fogginess that comes over our brains. You know, we go into this trance, we sit in front of the television, we watch the crappy news that's on, and it just feeds, it leeches, it like latches onto you, and then it just starts sucking all that good energy out of you. And I'm not kidding. Okay, that's how it works, guys. Okay, so if you allow this negative energy and this horrible darkness, I'm being very dramatic, but like if you allow the darkness and if you allow that kind of emotion and thought processes to come in, and you allow it to come in, then you're going to find it very challenging to keep your vision clear, to keep the excitement, the fire burning, to go after what you want and to attain your dreams and your goals. Because this Knight, he's off on this adventure of a lifetime. You know, he's traveling the world, he's seeing sights, he'll be seeing and meeting new people, having new experiences, doing things that he's never dreamed that he would do, seeing places he's never dreamed that he would see, meeting people, the most incredible people he never thought that he would ever meet. This is you. This is what you want for your life. But if you don't keep the fire stoked, if you don't keep that energy alive, if you don't, keep it burning strong and steady in your heart, then you're going to start veering off course, and then the fire is going to start dying out. The fire is going to dissipate. It's going to go down to ashes. It's going to just start petering out, and you're going to start either losing interest, or you're going to allow the depression and procrastination and feeling like, oh, NAFI, I don't know if some of you know that term, no ambition and F all interest, um, you know, I've hit that plateau many, many times where I don't see the point of things. And that's a very dangerous place to be, because it takes away your drive. It takes away this passion, that passion that you had inside you when you were young, and you hadn't been affected by the world as much, and you weren't cynical, and you didn't have any reason for doubts and fears and worries and concerns about the future. You were young and carefree, and nothing was impossible. This is the energy of the night. Nothing is impossible for him. He knows exactly where he's going. Okay, he's charging off into the future, and he's going after what he wants, and he's going to get it. That's his mindset. So some of you you're not quite here, or you have allowed your fire to die. You've allowed it to die down. So this is what you're after. But in order to attain the 10 of Cups and that ultimate achievement and fulfillment of having everything that your heart desires, you have to keep the fire alive. You have to keep the desire to get there alive. All right, so this is the challenge at the moment that you're facing, is to keep that fire alive. Or some of you, you need to stoke the fire again, and add wood and add fuel and get excited again about it, about going on your mission, and making those plans to travel the world, making those plans to have those incredible experiences of meeting new people, trying different jobs. I'm just throwing a little examples out there, but even if you're at home and that's all you want to be, you want to stay in your little town, what ambitions do you have there? How do you see yourself? Who are you? Get excited about your life again. Expand your vision, expand your ambitions. Whatever that does for you, whatever that is for you as an individual, what is that gets you excited? And how would you get up in the morning? Would you be excited to get up in the morning, or are you finding it a bit of a challenge at the moment? So I'll leave that to you to answer. Okay, the final card is like the outcome card. Yeah, it's like the goal. Where are you headed? What is the outcome if you deal with this challenge? What is the outcome? And we have the Lovers. Sorry, I'm just going to put my fingers over their bods, okay, for YouTube rules. So the Lovers, some of you could really be seeking that lovely love connection, okay, finding that partner. But the Lovers, the same as the Two of Cups, very similar kind of energy, but this is a major arcana card. So this is a very powerful energy. You can see the angel above them, blessing them, looking over them, showing them the way, giving them guidance, bringing them together, stoking the fire of passion and love and desire, But that doesn't only need to be about love, like with another person, or, it can be with a job, with a career, with something that you want to do. Stoke that love, that desire, that passion for life. This is what I get from this card. So you've got divine help here. There is that divine element that's overseeing your life, that is working with you, that wants the best for you. Remember, I said in the beginning that the divine only wants the best for you. The divine wants this outcome for you as much as you do, if not more. All right. And you are more than capable of achieving anything your heart desires. So whether this card represents love, finding that partner, this perfect partner, okay, and finding that family and having the beautiful house with the white picket fence, that whole image. If that is what you're after, go for it. Okay, don't forget. Have some of you forgotten? I actually need to ask that question. Have some of you forgotten that passion that you once had? All right, and the Knight is encouraging you to stoke up that fire again. I keep using that word, so maybe there's a reason. All right, and you can see here, I'm just going to turn the card around. So next to the man, there is like a tree behind him with flames. I'm going to flash the card up again quickly so you can see on, I think it's your right-hand side, there's flames behind him. And with the woman, there's a tree that's full of growth and everything like that. So this is like it is an Adam and Eve image, but what I get from this card, what Spirit is saying is that whatever you are pursuing, whatever passion, desire you are pursuing, it is blessed and being overseen by the divine. It is blessed by the divine. So be filled with fire and abundance of growth and energy and expansion for yourself, because that is what is promised to you and it is your birthright. You know, Adam and Eve were, depending on your belief system, you know, you don't have to believe in the physical Adam and Eve, but they symbolize, you know, they symbolize the start of human life, you know, fire, passion, the coming together. They started the human race, you know, that is the story. So you pursuing that thing that is going to, when you come into union with it, when you meld with it, and you build that fire, that passion, you remind yourself why you wanted it and how excited it made you, then you are going to produce fire energy. You're going to produce abundance. There's going to be growth and expansion, and it's never ending. It's eternal. Okay, especially because you are an eternal being. You are an infinite being. You are the universe incarnate. You are God incarnate on earth. Okay, so that is what the divine has. That is who you are. You are the divine. You are the master creator of your life. You are the one who makes these things happen in your life by taking action. Remember, the Knight is the action. It's an action card. All right, and some of you are not taking action yet. That is the challenge for you that's facing you. All right, so the Lovers card is a 6. So Lovers, the number 6 is always finding balance. It is also the number 3 multiplied by 2. So it's double the amount of creation, manifestation energy. So everything about this reading is about you finding and pursuing your ultimate desires and getting them and attaining them, because you are the creator. And this card, this is the energy. This is what you're feeling at. This is what you're feeling at the moment. This is what you want. So go for it. Okay, but you have to get over that challenge of what have I allowed to die in my life that shouldn't have died? You know, ask yourself, you know, as a kid, what was the thing that got me so excited about the future? You know, what career was it? You know, you don't necessarily have to become a superhero. That was my ambition in life as a kid. Before television, you know, I had comics. I lived in my superhero comics, and that I just imagined myself as a superhero. But I could be a superhero in other ways to people, to my family, to the people around me, the people I love, my community. I could be a superhero in other ways. Okay, so just threw that example out there. So whatever you need to say to yourself and remind yourself about. Okay. So the mystical wisdom, from the mystical wisdom deck, I've drawn the card Epiphany, and it says seek clarity. Okay. So guys, this is basically what this reading is about. Remember what I said right in the beginning. If you allow the negative energy and stuff to infiltrate, to insidiously creep in and start sucking that energy and that fire and that desire out of you, all right, that fog is going to start coming over your spiritual vision, all right, for your life, your vision for your life, and you are not going to be able to see clearly. So this card is a confirmation that when you stoke this fire of ambition and desire and dreams, okay, and you allow it to expand again, because some of you have let it die, when you stoke that energy up again, you are going to get that epiphany of, this is what I really want to do with my life, and you get excited. Then you can see the end picture a lot more clearly, and you can go after it with every fiber of your being. All right, you will get the answers, you will get the clarity. The 6 from the Lovers card is also harmony, balance. When you've got harmony and balance in your life, everything is clear. But when there's no balance, okay, when things are a bit topsy-turvy and you let the chaos in, you're not going to be able to see very clearly. The final card I'm drawing for you is the Psychic Reading deck, from the Psychic Reading deck. Baby. All right, so there's definitely the rebirth or a beginning again. You know what I get as well? The Psychic Reading deck has this beautiful card, the Phoenix card. And I love drawing parallels to the Phoenix, because the Phoenix is always a card of rebirth, of being born again. And this is the kind of energy that I'm feeling from this reading, is that some of you have allowed your fire to die, and you need to become like the Phoenix again. You need to be reborn, even if you start things from scratch again, to get that energy and that excitement for life stirred up again. Then that's what you need to do. But it's fire energy, so you are going to be soaring, you know, like the phoenix, rising out of the ashes and just conquering life and going into life with that fire energy around you. And it's I get that like rebirth energy that's starting, even if it is starting from scratch. And here again, this card, number 3. Okay, so it's definitely creation energy. This is all about creation. This baby card. It could be the coming together of the lovers to create this beautiful baby. Okay, literally speaking, because maybe that's what you want. You want to create a family. Okay, but what is stopping you? What has come into your life that is preventing you from pursuing this? Only you can answer that question. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you to contemplate. All right, it was so lovely having you. Guys, YouTube has gotten a little bit stricter with viewership and things like that. So please, I'm asking all of you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit your notification bell, but most of all, please like this video, because the more people like it, the more the algorithm is going to suggest my videos to other people. My viewership has dropped right down, unfortunately, because of all these new silly rules, but you know, we have to play the game. All right, but I would be so utterly grateful if you could just smash that like button for me at least, and please share the video as well. If you think someone is going through something and they need to hear this video, share this message with them. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Do whatever it feels your heart is telling you to do. Otherwise, no pressure. All right, guys, I will see you at your next reading. Have a fantastic week.